If anybody's talking, you're all muted. You need to unmute yourself if you do have a question.
Hi, Sean. It's Charlene, by the way.
Oh, what's going on, Charlie?
Good. I got this FISBO and the property. I have all the numbers and everything, and the guy is willing to do either cash offer, seller financing, or a sub two. The only
Nice.
thing is that this is a property that he had bought last year, and he did a whole rehab, but he
Mm-hmm.
never finished the rehab. Like I have the photos of the property, and it needs at least 90 to 100K of like rehabilitation because it has nothing at all.
Okay, and it's a for sale by owner right now.
It's for sale by owner, yes.
How much does he have it listed for?
He has it listed for $230,000.
Okay, and you said it needs 90 to 100.
Yeah.
Let's split the diff. We'll go 95. I mean, yeah, that's not going to work.
It's like
All right.
fully blown, like gutted down completely.
Like to the studs.
Practically, yeah.
Oh, all right. Well,
I could send could I actually send the photos here or no?
I wouldn't send them here because it's recorded, and I don't want anybody to snake your deal. But you can DM them to me, and I can take a look at them.
Okay, I'll do that real quick.
All right. So down to the studs. You have your rehab. What's the square footage?
So it's 832.
Okay, so 90 seems about right. All right. So what's it? Well, what's it worth?
ARV is 277,888.
And it's down to the studs right now. Like currently today, it's down to the studs, and he's trying to sell it for 230.
Yeah, because he wants to pay off the mortgage. Mortgage is 167,500.
Okay, what's his mortgage payment?
Oh, I honestly forgot to ask him that. I asked him for his interest rate,
What's the interest rate?
9.125.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's not work. Oh no, so he's got like a hard money loan or a private money loan or a home or a rehab loan. Okay, so sub two is not going to work.
Let me send you the photos just so you can look at it real quick.
I mean, this deal doesn't make sense for anybody because even if the rental rate was really good, the cash on cash return is very high. Someone who does buy and hold portfolio deals, they don't want to do major rehabs. They'd much rather put that money into two other properties that are already decent. So it's not going to work for one of those type of buyers. And I don't know if there's enough meat on the bone to give him even 160 because, well, let's look at it the other way. So you said the ARV was what, 275?
277.
All right, I'll be generous. We'll give him 280. And it needs $95,000 worth of work. This is assuming it was off market. The most you can give him is 105. You can't even give him what his mortgage balance is. I don't think this is a deal that you can
No,
do.
yeah, at all. Like, and he was. I was like, what about as of like a cash offer and everything? He's like, the least amount I'll take is about. Well, what he mentioned, he would preferably like 200,000, and I'm like, dude, like, do you not see your house? And mind you, this is a guy who does investments for a living.
Yeah, he knows the game. He's just trying to dump it off on someone who knows less than he does or did. Oh no. Oh hell no. Oh no. No, 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 no. 200. This guy's out of it. And the ARV is only 280? No.
Yeah.
The ARV would probably have to be close to like 50, maybe 330. What about 330? Nope. Was you right the first time? Yes, I was. You'd have to give him like 350, 355. Or they
Yeah.
be 355. There's no way.
All right, deal is dead then.
Fortunately, he put himself in a spot that we can't help him. The house isn't worth enough for a cash deal to justify the rehab. And that interest rate, I already know what that payment would be, and it's not going to be enough to justify it to a buy and hold investor, especially with $90,000. I mean, the interest rate would have been fine, maybe, if it also didn't need $90,000 worth of work.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what's going to work.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who else has got a question? Oh, what's up, Amber? I didn't see you jump in here. Mr. Chow, how do I pronounce your first name?
Hey, Sean, how's it going? Nine's my first name.
Nye. What's up, dude?
Hey,
I
yeah,
Discord, you had some questions. What's going on?
yeah. I got a deal that I want to analyze and see if it's a good deal, and if creative would be better, or would be a better idea if I just lock it down and try to flip it to another buyer. It's a move-in ready home though.
You need help underwriting it?
Yeah, because I'm
Awesome.
so new to the whole calculator. I know there's videos, but like I just want to run it through and see if it works.
So did you run it through the calculator already and you're trying to see if your numbers match my numbers, or there was a part of the calculator you got confused on?
I just got the calculator. I still like need to know how to plug in the
I see.
numbers. Yeah,
Okay.
I just haven't messed with it yet, pretty much.
All right, fair enough. So what kind of deal is it right now? And then I'll
Right
show you
now,
what kind of deals it could be.
it's already paid off. They've been trying to sell it since last year. I'm looking at Zillow histories in like June of last year. They've been trying to sell it. It was actually 95,000 when they first listed for sale on June 3rd. And then today it's at 70, but it looks like they did a lot of renovations on it, like new carpet, new paints and stuff like that.
So
This
what's it
one,
listed for right now?
70.
$70,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then, and you said it's in good shape?
Yeah, it's in good shape. New paint. It might need a kitchen rehab, but I mean, it's fine the way it is. I mean, it's still will be a good. You want to see it? How do I get you the link to it?
No, that's not necessary. I just need the numbers. Okay, so we'll do, I mean, that's pushing it. That's pushing it. Well, let's do that for now.
It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 13, right under 1,400 square feet.
I don't think, what'll it rent for?
Rent. Let me see what the rent for. Oh, I have the notes. I forgot. I gotta run the thing again. Hold on.
Well, that's perfect because I need the taxes and insurance anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Let me sign in real quick. Okay, just give me a second. Taxes, insurance. Just a second here. Where did it go? DealSniper and log in.
No, it's still too high.
Yeah, already sent the agent a offer already, but he hasn't got back to me.
Okay.
But okay, so section we'll go already plugged in the address already. I go to section 8, right? And then I look at
No,
okay,
what you'll do is you'll go to the bottom, and the monthly payment that DealSniper suggests is there. The yearly taxes are there. The insurance is there.
yearly taxes is 971.24. Insurance is 294. Monthly payment would be 240.
Ah, look at that. All right. Damn. This is a good deal. You'll be able to sell this deal in a second. The only problem is because it's sub $100,000, charging $10,000 for the assignment fee would be a little much. I think your max your max safely would probably be 7,500. Let me see. No, that's too high. 7? All right, I'll try it. Yeah, it'd be about $7 grand would be the most you can make on this one.
And
that's not true. That's not the most you can make. You could find a buyer that'll take it for, like a 25, or I'm sorry, not 25,000, $15,000, $16,000 entry fee. That's possible, but safely, I would bank on around $7 grand.
Mm-hmm. And we will offer them 80,000.
Yeah, I have them offer them an $80,000 purchase price, $75,000 seller finance, $5,000 down, and they'll get $250 a month. You can give them a 2-year balloon. You can give them a 1-year balloon, but a 2-year balloon's better. Give them a 2-year balloon and say, look, I'll give you $80,000 purchase price. We'll seller finance $75,000. I'll give you $5,000 cash in your pocket at closing. I'll give you a positive cash flow every single month of $250 on the first, and then I'll get you all paid off in about a year, maybe two. That's how I would say it.
And the 250 would just to be interest only, right?
Yeah, that's just no. There's no interest on this deal. It's total principal. It's all
Oh,
principal.
principals. Okay, so that 250 would be going to paying it down,
You'll be going to pay down the $75,000 seller financed amount. Correct.
and within 2 years will balloon out.
Yep.
And then yeah, it rents for like 1320, I think, for the 4 bedroom.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on. That changes the numbers significantly. Oh, not that much. Yeah, you're still good. You can still give them that exact same offer. You're good.
And if they don't want to do creative or seller finance, if they just want a cash offer, then obviously we probably would offer less than
Well, what's it listed for?
70, the same one.
$70,000. You said it doesn't need any work?
I mean,
needs
I
a
have to look at this. I haven't looked at any reports or anything, or any disclosure reports or anything. But as far as like just, it looks moving ready. So I mean, without looking at the reports, it looks fine.
Let's say that it needs to be cleaned up at the very least, and then you want to make 10. You can offer them 30 grand.
30 grand.
29,500. See this calculator on this tab. This will help you calculate on-market properties, your cash offer, and this one will do off-market properties.
Off market, on market. Okay, I was wondering what MAO means.
Max allowable offer.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it that yet. Okay, so this would be a good deal. Okay, cool. I just call the agent, see what they want to do then, because it's been a year already.
I mean, yeah, they might as well get rid of it.
I know. Okay, cool. That's all I have. I mean, I do have another deal, but I mean, if somebody else want to go, that's fine.
Amber, do you have a question?
There's only 2 people in here. He's fine.
Yeah.
I'm cooking, so yeah, he's good. But
All right,
I do
go
have
ahead, dude.
questions, but I'll wait.
Okay.
You good? You good? You sure?
Yeah, there's only 2 people. A lot of people don't show up to these because this is made for newer people and people who are obsessed with training, like Amber.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm still new to the whole DealSniper. It's like my 3rd day on it, but
Are you liking it?
No, it's good. It's a lot of information. I just found you guys on YouTube and then Meals on TikTok, but I like it. I like to be in the community. But yeah, I'm based here in the Bay Area in California, so I did some wholesale myself out here, higher price point. But I'm just interested in like lower ones, and I'm new to the whole sub 2 and creative and seller finance. But I am with Pace Mortgage Group on the Gator side, not sub 2 though. But yeah, learning a lot. But yeah.
That's good, man. That's what we're here for. So what's your next deal about?
Yeah, so this one I haven't really done any homework on it. All I know is that the mortgage is also paid off too, just because I have that one software called Deal Machine. So that they're free and clear. But this one is at 110
Purchase price?
Yep, 110. Let me just plug this number in. Yeah, 110 purchase price. And then let me.
We will do what, 8 grand down max? Do you have the taxes, the insurance, and what it'll rent for?
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up right now.
Okay. We'll give them 7.
Okay, so no mortgage. So financial overview. So it showed me purchase price 121, seller finance amount 112. It rent for 880. Monthly is going to be 378. Show down payment as 8470. Taxes is 1247. Insurance is 462. And then total PITI plus HOA is 520. I don't even know where you plug in that number.
Wait, what was 520? The HOA?
PITI and HOA.
Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. What are we saying? What are we giving them monthly as a monthly payment?
Monthly is showing 378, so 400.
Ooh, okay. So I've got taxes at 1247 and insurance at 1262.
Taxes is what was it? What are we looking at? Taxes 1247, yeah. And then what was that one?
The insurance?
Insurance 462.
Oh, okay. 462. I was gonna say that.
462, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this deal's fine. your
Oh, yeah?
entry fee percentage is a little high. So again, this would be one. I mean, you could probably make 10, but I would make yourself real comfortable at about 8 grand.
8 grand.
Yeah, maybe more, maybe 8,500. And just so you know why this is coming up like this is because your price points, your purchase prices are so low that when we start to calculate 10% for assignment fee and all that, well, 10% of $100,000 is 10 grand. So you're already taking 10%, which means you need to negotiate this lower. Now, I will say that that's a good thing. I want you to keep going after low properties because again, on this one, you're going to have a much higher probability of closing it because if they want a shorter balloon, you can give it to them. If they want, hey, we want to be done in 18 months. Okay. So yeah, you're only making 7 grand on the last one, 8 grand on this one because your price points are so low. But if you're closing a lot of them back to back to back in volume because you're able to give these lower balloons because your purchase price is low, then you'll ultimately be making more money. So keep doing that. I didn't tell you that so you can take it as a negative. I hope you didn't.
No, you're good. You're good. So going back, let's say for the actual offer, right? You see how it normally splits out like 24 years or 30 years or whatever for the term length. Of course, balloons is different, right? That's just. Can you explain why that's there? That term length, like we can go that far if we wanted to, or why is it there?
Yeah. So the term length just means how long it's going to take you to pay me back if you pay me this amount of money. So for case in point, for this one, if we made $311 a month payments for 30 years, we would get to $112,000. So 30 years is the term. If we cut the term in half, it's going to raise the payment because now we have less time to pay it.
Okay, gotcha.
So that's the term, but that's completely different with a balloon. You can have, what did you say yours came up with? 24 years, 6 months, something like that?
24 years, 10 months.
Yeah, you can delete that line when you send the email. Just replace that line with the balloon, a balloon range.
And
because
how do we know?
That's going to look much better.
Yeah. And how do we know like how to set the balloon? Because some like 3, 5, 10, or 15, that's just all negotiable at that point.
No, it's going to depend on your purchase price. So what you're going to need to do is go to the Discord and go to the quick question guide on the left and download it. And if you go over here on this bottom tab, it gives you your balloon ranges for whatever price point you're at.
Oh, go back. I'm sorry, I was on another page. Go back to that. How do I get there?
It's in Discord.
Discord, and then go to a quick question spreadsheet. So that should
There
be
you go.
forms or something.
I believe it's under education. So right above forms.
So 50,000 to 100,000. Okay, so yeah, because I'm gonna be around that 100,000 between like that's 50 to 150 range. So
good, stay there. That's a very good place to be because 99% of the time when you come to a real estate agent that is willing or seller that's willing to do creative financing, your absolute biggest hurdle is not going to be the down payment. It's not going to be the monthly payment. Sometimes it will be, but most of the time it's going to be that balloon. So if you go after a $500,000 purchase price and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll take this deal. This is awesome. Can you give me a 5-year balloon? Nope. Now the deal's dead. So I think you should stick to the lower price points. I tell a lot of people to stick to the lower price points. People think that because I do a $500,000 or $1 million transaction, that's automatically more money on the assignment fee. No, it's whatever I can negotiate as a down payment. That determines how much money I'm going to make on my assignment fee. As far in the terms of getting the deal across the finish line, getting the balloon out of the way is one of the biggest hurdles. And the easiest way to do it is to agree to what they want. But most of them, they don't want to wait years and years and years for their money. They want to get it as soon as possible. But with a lower price point, you can give it to them as soon as possible and get that deal closed.
Yeah, I know. What did Paysmore say? He said for sub 2 is pain, for creative is what? I forgot what he said.
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, because
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Because sub 2, like the reason why the people would consider sub 2 because there is some type of pain, right? They're foreclosing or something, so they can consider let somebody take over their mortgage because they don't want to go like bankruptcy or like foreclosure, of course. So they let somebody take over. So that's kind of like coming from pain, from creative, or seller finance is more like they already own it outright. So there's no pain, but it's more for think the terms or down payment. I forgot what he said, but it was helpful though. But I forgot now. I should have wrote it down. But
Sorry, what'll
but
happen is you'll remember the moment we all get off the phone. You're like, shit, and then you'll
I
remember.
know.
God damn
Right,
it! And
right, right. Okay, so these two are good. What if we want to do a cash offer for this one? For this particular one.
this one's on market.
On market is moving ready as well. New carpets, new vanities in the restroom, new floors, new tiles. This one's moving ready. So any buyer would just stick a tenant in there. This one's actually in better condition than the other one. That's why it's worth more. But
What's it listed for?
this one's the one we're talking about, 110. Let me see. It can rent Section 8 for $13.20 as well.
Most you can offer them is $53,500.
Dude, that's like almost 60,000 off, huh?
Yeah, that's why the video that I put out, and I take it you haven't seen it yet, on my channel, it's almost a waste of time. I mean, I've heard people had success just blasting out low ball cash offers for properties that have been on market for a long time. I personally have never had success doing that. And the reason is because I'm offering them so low, I don't even believe in what I'm offering them. Like, even though I'm ultimately kind of helping them, I don't believe in it. I'm like, hey, man, let's just do something else creative and I can give you more money. I'd like to give you more money. Let me give you more money. Open your mind up to what I'm trying to tell you. Otherwise, you're just going to you're either going to keep doing the exact same thing. You're going to stay on the market. You're going to keep paying for a property that's not selling. And you're going to keep fielding these bullshit phone calls from bad wholesalers. Or you can sell your property to me and be done with it. Get it done right the first time.
Yeah, and this one's on the market for 107 days. So
yeah, see, nobody's going to pay that amount. That's why your offer needs to be $53,000, because you would then sell it for $63,000, which would still be a deep discount for what it's listed for.
Dang, this one's crazy. I might want to just pick these on up. Okay, that's all I got for right now. Then shit. Yep, that's that for right now.
Sounds good, man. Good luck.
Alrighty.
Amber, what are you cooking? I've been wondering about it since you said it. What are you making?
It was like a olive fettuccine pasta.
With
Nothing
olive?
major. Yeah, like a olive oil. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say that probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that. I would not eat that. I meant to say olive oil.
I make a lasagna that I cloned and modified. I mixed my grandmother and Emerald Lagasse's lasagna. Well, their pasta sauce recipe.
Bang, man! I know it was good.
Oh my god, blow your balls off! You eat this. I can't even make it. People smell it and they're like, "Oh, I know what you're doing." And they start knocking on my door, and I'm like, "No, I can't."
If you made it, I would knock on your door. So you probably shouldn't even do that. I'm pretty sure I would smell it over here.
And that's why I don't tell people where I live or who I am. I don't like to share.
Smart man. How's it going? You having a good day?
I'm always fantastic.
Nice.
How are you doing? How was
I'm
lunch?
good.
Dinner?
Yes.
I don't know where you
are. Lunch.
So what's this deal you got?
Let me go over to my book here.
Is it a?
This is a seller finance. Actually.
No shit.
Yeah, terrible guess today. Terrible guess.
It's all right. I like that. Can't always be right. Life is boring. After that.
And yes, this is just that 1% count that you're not. But it's seller finance, and let me pull it up because I'm on my phone. So I'll cut right to it. Arizona's going to be my market. Excuse me. And I feel really good about it. I'm glad that I chose this market.
Good for you.
Several different reasons. Thank you. But based on the offer that I sent you, right? It's already locked in. I'm getting antsy because I don't want to let the agent down. And I also don't want this to be the first. Well, that was rude, TV. I also don't want this to be like the first impression that I make on that area, right? So, I have a property now. I told you about it last night, but it's $750 purchase price. And
wait, am I underwriting this deal?
You don't necessarily have to, because I know you can listen. But I'm kind of just telling you about it. 15% down, which my buyer, they can do the 15% down, no problem. They can do 20,
Right.
So then at first, of course, they were asking, just like you told the last guy, they wanted a ridiculous balloon. And the balloon was 3 years.
Okay.
And yeah, no, that's not very doable. But at the same time, this buyer says that they're looking for a lot of property in certain areas, and he doesn't necessarily cash about like a cash flow that is so amazing, you know?
Okay.
So I'm trying to pinpoint what is okay from an investor's perspective as best as I can, but I am having trouble looking around the cash on cash return, if that makes sense.
Why is that causing you so much trouble?
Because I guess the way that I learned was that it has to be this way to be presentable. And I got it down to like 3% or so. And I think that would be considered maybe a neutral cash flow. Which I mean they welcome it, but then it's that balloon term. So I'll say this: we've been negotiating for a while, and I kind of had to break like the barrier to get through to the realtor on the first conversation. I'll say that the guy who spoke before me, he mentioned some other guy, and she was like, "You're not with that guy, are you?" You know, she said their name, and I was like, "Oh my God, no."
Oh,
And I honestly, yeah, I no disrespect, but I've honestly never seen any of his videos.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I think I've seen one or two.
yeah, I was like, I probably should, to be honest, but I haven't. I'm not like a YouTube guru follower. And she's just like, oh, okay. So it kind of got her a little more comfortable, I guess. That was actually the easiest part about it, which is crazy. The hardest part, like true. The hardest part, like you said, is going to be the balloon. So on the first negotiation, I told her, okay, I can do the 15%, but we might have to kind of adjust the balloon. And the biggest reason why is because they wanted interest on top of that. So
they wanted their cake and eat it too.
Oh my God, yes.
But wait a minute, I'm missing. There's something I'm confused about. I need clarification on before you keep going.
Okay, go ahead.
This buyer that's okay with the 15%, have you asked him or her what their balloon expectation is? What their minimum and max is?
Yes, he said they're not doing anything under 6, which is I get
that's fantastic.
But
for
the thing is,
$750,000 purchase, and so the seller won't budge on 3 years.
Well, for me, I want it needs to be at 7, and I feel like from 3 to 7 is like a drastic jump. Whereas if I said maybe 4 or 5, that would be a little more acceptable. But I don't want the bare minimum, is what I'm saying. I don't want it to.
Well, hold on. So your perception of this one is off, just a little bit. You're doing some soldier shit, some drone shit.
Okay.
So the rules that the SOPs that we teach you guys, those are universal and good guidelines. They're not the end all be all. If you have a buyer that says, oh yeah, I'll take it at this and I'll take it at this, the only thing I need is this, then much like before you got the deal under contract, your main focus is the seller or the realtor to get them on your side and to get the deal, because that's the start of your money. Now you've got the buyer. The person, you've got so much leverage because the deal is under contract already. You can start to shift to more of a not people pleasing, and I'm not saying you're people pleasing, but that's just the only term I can think of. Not so much catering's better. Catering towards what the seller wants. They're already under contract.
Well, so this is the thing, because I don't want to interrupt you, and I normally wouldn't.
Go ahead.
But I was talking about 2 different deals.
Oh.
So this one isn't just yet. I'm still working on it, but this is what I've been going through thus far.
Okay, so then let me make sure I'm on the same page. You have a deal that's not yet under contract, but you have a buyer that would take it if you can get the balloon renegotiated to 7.
Yes.
Okay. Then I would have I would call that real estate agent and I would tell them that, look, I've already kind of pre-shopped this to my buyers. I've got one who is 99% ready to go, like I told you before. I told you I was going to get it done quick. They're ready to close. They're literally ready to go. But they're not going to take anything less than a 7-year balloon. That's their only hard stance. They can go up on the purchase price a little bit, maybe a little bit more on the monthly. We can give you that 15% down that you're asking for. We actually will give you everything that you're asking for. My buyer's not going to do it on a $750,000 house with a balloon that's less than 7 years. So if you can talk your clients into 7 years, this is a sold house. And you need to say it just like that. You need to put it back mentally on the real estate agent and by extension on the seller.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're posturing like, I did what I said I was going to do. I've got my buyer, the ones that I've been working with, that's ready to go. They're ready to give you everything you want, but they're not going to do $750,000 with a 7-year or with a 3-year balloon. It's not feasible for them with their portfolio right now. They need at least 7 so they can move some things around and get it done. If you can do 7, this house is sold. If your sellers can't do 7, we're going to lose this buyer. So you say it in a way that it's like, if they say no, they're fucking it up. Not me. I did what I said I was going to do. I brought you a buyer who's ready to go. Now it's your
and it really
job
sounds like we're the same team too.
Exactly. So now it's you and the real estate agent against the sellers. Actually, it's you, the buyer, and the real estate agent against the sellers. And now you need to recruit the real estate agent to go to bat for you and say, look, 7 years is it. How long has the house been on market?
I think it was 61 days.
Yeah, look,
not too long, but
it doesn't matter because you can say it. No one wants a repeat. Like, what do you guys want? You want this thing listed for another 2 months? Where you're paying taxes, you're paying utilities, you're paying insurance on, and you got to just list it, just sitting there.
So this was actually the first conversation was yesterday. So then today we were catching up. There was updates, and she said, "Hey girl, so what's up? I want to get this thing sold because I'm going on vacation soon. So, and I feel like that is enough incentive to be like, hey man, we gotta budge here or da 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 da.
Yeah, it's not even a budge. You need to, in the politest, most professional way possible, while recruiting that real estate agent, we need to put our foot down with your seller because my buyer is ready to go, but they're not going to do a 3-year. They need a 7-year balloon. It's their minimum. If they can't do a 7, then we're going to lose that buyer. And I need to know that sooner rather than later so I can go try and scrape up another one. Because this is the one that I had in mind when I first reached out to you.
Okay.
So see that extra pressure, that little bit of fire that you're lighting, these little bit of things that you're dropping. I mean, it's not true. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe you've been working with this buyer for a while. But by saying something like, this is the buyer that I had in mind the entire time, that means that everything has been coming to plan, like you've envisioned it, like you told them it was going to be. And now the only thing that's holding it up is the seller. That's how you start recruiting people to your side to go to bat for you.
Okay.
So that's what I would do.
Okay, fair enough. That was really good. Is anybody else got questions? No.
Hi,
Okay.
Ricardo. Any of you guys got questions? No, I think you did. Oh, what's up?
So, hey guys. Amber, by the way, thank you for what you said yesterday.
Yeah, you're welcome. I just remember. Yeah, you're good. No problem.
All right. So Sean, I spoke to you about this offer last week, or I don't know, some time ago. But in any case, they actually, when we got off the call, the agent reached back to me, and they want 50%.
Down?
Exactly. They want a 3-year balloon and 50% down. And last time they said that, you had told me to respond. And I basically paraphrased, and I told them the advantages and benefits, yada yada yada. And they still circle back with the same, without budging. So at this point, I don't want to respond to them because I just think it's ridiculous, to be honest. But I don't know. That's the only thing that came across my desk today. But other than that, I took your advice and that I sent out emails today, and I called some of the agents, and you'll get your no. So so that's what I'm pretty much working on today. But yeah. So do you advise that I try to re-strategize and try to come to terms with the person who wants 50% down again, or just kind of like let it go? Because, like I said, that was their initial. They basically wanted that initially, and I told them what you had told me.
Yeah, the problem is I'm one of those people, at least this version of me is, where if you don't check someone when they do something wrong or dumb, then they're just going to keep doing it. So what it becomes is that worth your time?
Right.
So the easiest answer, and only you know this, if the real estate agent was open, receptive, talkative, someone that seems like building a relationship won't be a waste of your time, then I would 100% respond. And I would respond with something like, hey, you know what? I really appreciate you taking a look at it. Unfortunately, my buyers aren't going to do that at all, and I don't want to waste your time and drag this out. But if you come across any other clients that are open to a little more reasonable terms, please let me know. That's what I would respond. If the real estate agent is standoffish and, probably didn't want to work with you anyway, you just got this off vibe, then don't respond at all. If you think you can build something out of it, then yeah, respond and build something out of it. If you think that it's going to just be a waste of time, then don't waste your time. No matter how much money you make, you're not going to be able to buy any, so don't waste it.
All right, cool. Also, real quick, your the deal blaster that Calvin put out in the announcement, is that active yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going through their first or second round of beta testers.
Got it.
Just to make sure that there's no bugs or anything. What are you chomping at the bit? You want to get that one?
I'm sorry, say it one more time.
I said, are you chomping at the bit? You want to get that one? You want it to hurry up and go live all the way?
I mean, yes and no. Because at first I did, but then last night when we spoke, your strategy in regards to reaching out to sellers and after every email, I think it's a good strategy. And so if I just sent out 100 emails, I feel like that might not defeat. Well, I don't know. I don't know if that would be helpful for me or not.
Different mindset. To be perfectly honest with you, the way that I look at it, when we came up with this, it's one of those things where it's going to match your personality. If you're one of those people that, no matter what, I don't want to get on the phone. I don't want to call anyone. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm anxious. I'm going to say something stupid, whatever. If you're one of those, then you have to adjust your strategy. Because if you don't have the personality to just get on the phone, like, I don't care what they can cuss me out, I don't care. If you don't have that, then your only other alternative is to cast a wider net. So the way that you do that is you send out more offers faster. If you're the type of person that is totally comfortable getting on the phone and you can do more targeted marketing and targeted searching for properties, then I would recommend doing it that way.
Yeah, I don't mind getting on the phone, to be honest.
If you don't mind getting on the phone, because here's the great thing. One, it's not even 100% out yet. So you've got time to test your theory. And by the time you're done testing your theory, you'll know, okay, I need this blaster or I don't. And that's the best thing.
And since it's still in beta mode, are you guys charging for that, or out of curiosity?
I have no idea how Calvin's running that part.
Oh, okay.
I don't do the behind the scenes stuff. We just come up with the ideas. I tell them, hey, it should look like this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And then I teach it to you guys.
Cool. All right. I might. Yeah, I'll figure it out on my end. But Amber, since you said it earlier, out of curiosity, you said that you moved different markets and you're in Arizona. It's been working out for you.
Yes, it is. I try to keep my eye on the news. And then even when I use Twitter and stuff, I follow real estate investors, agents, whatever. So I always catch when they're talking about the popular areas, the hot markets, and Arizona is going to be one of them. But I also keep in mind who I'm shopping for. So I would keep a more broad idea in my head if I were strictly looking for Sean's dispo. But if I'm looking for my buyers, they gave me a specific map. And I've put my focus on whatever is marked off on that map. So Arizona just happens to be one of the ones that is a hot market, and it also works for my buyer.
All right, I was just curious because I live in Georgia, and for the past, told you guys last night, I started wholesaling months ago, and I did everything from like agent outreach, to cold calling, and so now this strategy, and so I'm just like, I don't know, I might have to switch up my market because I'm like all over Atlanta, and I just don't see anything happening. I know there's deals out here, but I don't know. I think I might just kind of, if something doesn't like lock in this week, I think I might just consider adding another market under my belt and see what happens. So
Yeah, Atlanta's pretty good. And I even tried focusing on like Savannah, Decatur. And honestly, I would do, since you are from Georgia, I would do Macon if I could. But there just aren't many buyers because I don't use the term oversaturated, but there are a lot of people doing the same things that we eat, whether it's land, whether it's infill lots, like it's, you know what I mean? It's just that type of market for that area. So Phoenix, there's a lot of people who want to sell their homes, but they're still kind of at like a high price, where it's not really working for them, but it's still like a buyer's market, if that makes sense.
oh, makes a lot of sense.
Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much why I'm over there. So I like Phoenix. I like Arizona, and I like Texas. And then that's pretty much about as far as I've gone. I haven't done like California or anything like that because I wouldn't go there even if I wanted to. So
yeah, no, I get it. Thanks for your input. I appreciate it.
for sure, man.
Awesome, possum. Does anybody else have a question?
Yes. Okay. And then this is my last one.
What's up?
So for Dispo, can you run through your sheet thingy, please?
What sheet thingy?
What's it called? Your templates.
Oh, the disposition material?
Yes.
Yeah, I can do that. Hold on. Let me pull one up.
Now, see my problem. I remember we talked about it already, but I'm kind of like a 2 or 3-er. You got to repeat it like one more time for me to really, really grasp what I'm looking at.
Okay. That's literally what I'm here for.
Okay, good.
I just got to grab one that doesn't look okay.
And this is for a hybrid deal, by the way. So
Let me see if I have a hybrid in here. What are you? STR, MTR, that's a seller finance. That is a seller finance. Seller finance, sub 2, seller finance, cash, sub 2, cash, creative, seller finance. We don't move a lot of those.
damn it.
I
think that's going to be my struggle, and I'm so serious.
Well, no, I mean, I can show you the disposition material doesn't change based off what the deal is.
Yeah, but if you don't do many of them, then that means that you're smarter about it and you know to stay away from them.
No.
So
that means that a lot of them don't come through because they're hard to cash flow. If we can find some that'll cash flow, then they'll move. It's just harder for hybrids to cash flow because the investor has to pay the mortgage and the seller finance payment.
Yes. Okay. So
right.
Do you want to
what?
You want to do an underwriting thing before we do this so that we can see what it looks like?
Well,
it's already under contract.
I'm going to show it to you.
Okay.
I just got to make sure I'm not copying anybody's information because it's going to go on YouTube. I think we're good though. This should just be city and state.
Can you just pull up the one that I sent you then?
Huh? Well, I'm not going to put yours up here either.
Oh, damn. Okay.
All right.
Damn. And then I said too much anyway. Okay.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We're always thinking ahead.
Yeah, man. I got you.
Okay. So here's the template for what the disposition material should look like. And it's very, now normally here would be, no, I'm sorry, not here. So hold on. No, because that'll confuse you guys. just city, state, and zip code is at the top. And then that is
Oh, okay.
preceded by deal type. So, for example, oh shit, this is a hybrid. I copied a hybrid. Oh, good for me.
Yes, yeah.
All right,
Good
cool.
shit.
I didn't even realize I did that. That was not on purpose. This is just the first one I copied. Okay, so in this case, it would be hybrid deal in wherever this one is, Houston, Texas. You know, zip code here. And then once you have the title, you're basically it's just a flyer where you're telling the investor what they're getting for the money. So the total purchase price, $322,000 plus TC plus CC, that's plus transaction coordinator plus closing costs.
Okay, pause. Because this is where I have a question.
Okay.
So mine kind of looks just like this one. The thing is TC. Do I have to include that if
No.
I don't like? Oh, okay, bet.
No,
Bet.
only if
So-
you're using one. And even if you're using one, you don't have to include it. But if you don't include it, then whatever that TC charges, it just comes out of the assignment fee.
Okay.
And
And
it's
if
usually
I'm
no more than $1,000. It's usually
If-
about $500 to $800.
If I'm just doing it myself, then I need one or no?
I would recommend getting one and then maybe telling them, hey, I'm new to this. This is my first deal. What exactly do you do and why do I need you? And then let them tell you what they do. And then you can determine if you want to do that stuff or not.
Okay.
And essentially all they're doing is they chase down all the paperwork. So anytime Tyler and Escrow says, I need this signature, I need this form, I need that, they're chasing it down. And then they're taking care of all the scheduling for the notary to go out to sign for whoever, when the person's going to go into the office and sign, which again, these are all things you could do. It's just, do you want to? And if you
Right.
don't want to do it, are you willing to pay for it?
And they'd be okay with that coming out of my assignment fee at the end.
Yeah, as long as, well, then they don't get paid till the end anyway, regardless.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, nobody gets paid into title, escrow. Nobody gets paid until the deal closes. Us, nobody.
Okay.
So you're gonna put your purchase price, right? And plus TC plus CC. Always put plus CC. Okay, and then you're gonna have your entry fee total. So if you want to buy this house for $322,000, then all we need is $37,500 total. That's your entry fee. Here's your monthly payment. Here's the mortgage balance. Here's the interest rate. Here's the balloon for the seller finance amount. And then here's the information about what the property will rent for and the money. Here's the midterm rental stats here. Net cash flow. I'm basically just breaking the deal down. And if you guys look very carefully, you'll see that 99.99% of this information is on the Deal Machine calculator. And if the rest of it is on DealSniper. It's all here.
Okay, pause. When you say short-term rental, that 15 reserves, if I go and I'm looking at the sheets, or the calculator, I'm sorry.
See this right here?
Going to be, oh, look at you. Thank you. I don't have to scroll.
There's your 15% in CapEx reserves, repairs and
That
maintenance.
was my question.
Yep.
Add them up, total. Okay, got that. And then I also want to really understand what I'm looking at too. So that's why I keep asking in-depth questions.
That's what these are for.
Nice. Okay. And then midterm. So I spent some time looking for a good website for midterm rental, even the one that you suggested, which was like Renometer.
Home ad for midterm.
Oh, wait, what?
For midterm, you want to do home ads or you want to do something furniture? Brandon likes to use it. I'll have to ask him. But the one that I use.
No. I know. I've heard of that one. I know what you're talking about.
Furniture Finder. Is that
Okay.
it? No, that might not be. I don't know. I'll put it in the main chat when I remember it.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's it though.
Okay. So again, I break down the midterm rental. I break down the short-term rental. I break down the long-term rental numbers. And then I even tell them right here, this one for long-term, it's not going to work. That's why I put the red X there. Negative cash flow. Negative cash on cash. I tell everybody. And then right after I do the numbers, I put the actual property information. So everything's in good working order, roof, foundation, HVAC, furnace, water heater, electrical, plumbing, everything's good. Here's a link for the photos if you want to see it. And then below this is like, give me a call to schedule an appointment. That's it.
Okay, but if I'm looking for like this for this in such a summarized type marketing thing, would it still look like this?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So even if it's going to like Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
Okay.
go on Facebook and go on the groups, you're going to see variations of this. Now, everybody's got their own style. Some people
Yes.
think a ton of emojis is awesome. Some people think no emojis is awesome. Some people think double spacing. I personally don't think any of that matters.
Okay.
I think if the numbers are good, people will buy your deal.
Okay. All right. That's all I had for today.
Cool deal. Anybody else have any questions? What's up, Malik?
I got a question about burnout. How do I know if
Wait,
I'm
burnout?
how do I know if I'm even experiencing that at all? I've been kind of grinding this out low key.
For
I've
how
been
long?
sending pretty much 40 offers every day or every other day for like, let me check back so
Well, which one is it? Because that's a big difference. Is it 40 a day or every other day? Because 40
and I
every
would
other day
say
is only
mainly
20.
40 every other day. Like tonight I'm gonna create more. I've done already 30 today. Uh,
So to round it out, you're sending out an average of 20 a day, give or take.
yeah, to say that, yeah.
Okay. And then how many months have you been doing it?
Honestly, it's been like really just like 2 weeks. It's been feeling kind of crazy. I don't know. I feel
I
like I've
think
just been
anyone
doing.
that hears you saying that you're burnt out after 2 weeks is probably going to want to hit you with their car.
I know. I don't know. I mean, I'm
Here's the
still
thing, man.
going.
If you're burnt out after 2 weeks, then wholesaling might not be, or this version of wholesaling might not be for you. Because
Got you.
wholesaling, 90% of wholesaling is grinding.
Right.
Well, let me take that back. 90% of wholesaling like this is grinding.
Got you.
You
I
can
don't know.
go
I
the
haven't
other
felt
route
like
and you
giving up
can.
though yet.
So what made you bring up burnout?
I don't know. I just like feel like I'm doing this, but honestly, I guess now that I'm home, I've just been able to put way more time into it. It's kind of like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not getting results. Yeah, I just have to give more time and just keep going. I don't know.
Well, let's
I don't
break
plan
down
on
what you've
giving
been
up yet,
doing.
though. That's the thing. So,
Well, let's break down what you've been doing. So you're sending out 20 offers a day. Are you following up with the real estate agent afterwards?
yeah,
Okay. And then are you tracking everything on the tracking sheet?
yeah. Like the tracking sheet I had, I've really modified it. Like I have formulas and I have scripts running on it and stuff.
And you haven't gotten one positive response back from a real estate agent in 2 weeks with 20 a day?
Well, I have. I got one that I'm disappointed, but that's not really going good.
So you got one under contract already and you're just trying to push it
Yeah.
in 2 weeks.
When did I get this under contract? Hold on.
I mean, you've been in this for 2 weeks, give or take, and you've already got a contract out?
Well, pretty much. Technically, even though I did join DealSniper like 2 months ago, but for me, actually putting way more time into it because I'm not in school. It's kind of like, yeah.
Hey man, I would want to hit you with my car too. Don't come in here talking about the 2 weeks time. Are you serious?
I don't
No,
know.
that's really good. That's really good. That's really good. And if you feel like you're burnt out and you want to keep going, just you keep going. It's a good burn.
I'm
That's
just feeling like I'm
amazing.
not doing enough. I don't know what it is.
And you honestly, you're probably not. If I can interrupt and chime in, if you feel like that, you're probably not doing enough. But that's also not a bad thing. It's just something that you had to realize. So now, even you said you're buckling down, you're putting more into it, and that was your result. Keep going, man. Just keep going.
Got you.
Continue.
All you got to do is split the diff, dude. If you're sending out 25, 30, 40 offers-ish a day and you're starting to feel burned out, then just send out 25 a day and stop until you want to do it again. Then you won't feel burned out. Stop. Just go do something else. I do it all the time. Shit, right now I'm playing a game on my computer while helping you guys underwrite these deals. So, like, if you need a break, take one because you're not going to be good to anybody burnt out. So no one's saying that you should be rocketing yourself towards burnout by doing more work. Just make sure that what you are doing is scratching that itch. And once the itch is scratched, stop until you get the itch come back again. Could be the next day. It could be in 2 days. Only you know when you feel like working. And you're going to do really good when you actually feel like doing it. You ever try
Gotcha.
doing homework when you don't feel like doing homework? It sucks.
It does.
Yeah, when you actually feel like doing something, it's immaculate. That's why parents say it all the time. Why are you so good at that damn game, but you're not good at cleaning your room? I don't want to clean my room. I want to play the game. That's why I'm good at it. That's
True
all.
stuff. Well, thanks.
Not a problem. I'll try not. I'm still going to post this video, so people are going to want to hit you with their car. Does anybody else have any other questions before I let you guys go?
We're good. I'm good.
All right.
I don't have a question, but the realtor, she replied, and she's like, I'm on it. Let me see if I can reason with her.
There you go. Now she's going to bat for you. Keep me posted.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for you.
I got you. Thank you.
Appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful night. This video will be uploaded tomorrow, and then I will be in the Discord answering questions in about an hour. So I have a meeting in 5 minutes.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everyone.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Talk to you later. See ya.